What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Now today I have something super exciting, to me at least, that I want to show to you guys. It's a project that I've been working on for quite a few days now, and something that is just a stepping stone in a journey that I want to take. So for further elaboration, I want to get into blacksmithing and creating my own knives. It's something that is near and dear to me because I have a ton of them, I collect them, so I want to create my own. But the first stepping stone that I want to take is creating a handle on fixed blade knives. So if you don't know what a fixed blade knife is, it's a knife that I carry all the time. It is a full tang, which means that the blade and the handle are all one piece. So I'm working on this portion today. Not exactly like this. This is a much more complicated knife, but I do have one behind me that is a knife blank. And basically what that means is it is a knife that has been heat treated and everything, so it's ready to use, minus the fact it's not decorated with any grips, it doesn't have any finish to it, and it's lightly sharpened. So the company I bought this from actually did the bevel work and everything and put the edge on it. So this is all sharpened and the bevels are done, which a bevel is from here to here, which consists of grinding into the material, which this knife is made of Damascus steel. I'm nowhere close to working with Damascus steel, and a lot of people might say, well, why didn't you buy like a 1084 or a 1080 stainless steel knife blank? I do have one, but that one is far less progressed than this one that I have behind me. As you guys can tell, this one has clamps all over it. You're probably wondering why. Now, I bought knife scales from a knife supply company, and I got it. This blank is from a different company than these scales. So these scales actually start out as a wood block like this. So they come in sets. So I have this set and I also have another set. So just a few different woods. I chose for that one to have zebra wood, which is a really cool design. Now I'm about to take the clamps off and start shaping them on my sander, and I figured I wanted to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. Alright guys, so it has been a couple days since I last recorded, and the reason why is because I've been waiting for stuff to come in the mail. It finally came in the mail today, and I had a few things come a couple days ago allowing me to be able to finish this knife. So one thing that I was looking forward to getting is an oil to seal up this wood, to kind of polish it, clean it up, you know, have a gloss or a matte finish to the wood. So the reason why I decided that I wanted to go with a matte finish is because this blade right here is already shiny as it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. So as you notice, this blade does already have a ton of shine to it since it is laser etched Damascus. I did figure out it's not real Damascus because if you look at the spine and you look at most of the features of this, it's not folded over steel, and as soon as I started polishing it and finishing this thing up, the Damascus lines faded on it, which is alright, but as you notice, this thing is cleaning up really nice. So from the last time you guys saw this knife, so it's a little bit different now, but I've been sanding it up, and I went all the way up to a 400 grit sandpaper just to get it to this finish, and I have started now on this back spine right here. I've started on just this rounded edge, these sides, on both sides, so this top portion is now at 600 grit. The bottom's going to be at 600 grit, and I'm going all the way up to a 3000 grit sandpaper. So I've never used all the way up to 3000 grit sandpaper. It goes in large increments, but it will be really quick and a really nice finish for this. So in this video, I'm going to be using Walrus Oil. I'm not sponsored by them. It's just something new that I wanted to try. It's more of a furniture finish, but a lot of people recommend it for knife making, for bringing out the finish in the wood. I want to get tung oil very soon because I've heard tung oil, it's a really nice oil, I guess, for wood. So as I had said before, I have a lot of different grits of sandpaper that I'm going to be going through. This whole stack right here starts all the way down to about 120. I think they have an 80, but there's a 120 grit that goes all the way up to a 3000 grit. So in case you guys are curious, this is what 3000 grit looks like. It literally looks like you're getting a color palette from Home Depot to compare paint for a wall. That's pretty much how thin that is. So I have a lot displayed out because this knife, as I had said, finished up to 400 grit, so I'm going from 600 grit up to 3000. I have them all laid out and I'm just cutting them into these little strips and sanding down a little bit at a time, not taking too much time to put in each grit, but I want to finish it up really nice. And one more thing, if you guys are curious what kind of dust mask I use, you're going to really laugh at this one and you're really going to love this. I'm not using a typical N95 mask or any type of particle, like dual cartridge particle filter mask, like 3M, like stuff that 3M makes and such, because as of right now with the whole pandemic going on, it's really hard to get one. So I have one that works, and this is a old gas mask, but brand new cartridge on here. I bought this sealed, and then I got this thing, and I've definitely worn it a lot, but it's nice because it's full face covering, really comfortable. Eyes are covered, nose, mouth, the whole ordeal, and this filter works insanely well. No dust gets into my system, which is really nice. And then I also have a fan in here that pulls all the air up. So between this and the fan, it really helps a ton. And if you guys are curious of what these are, this is for buffing and polishing for my grinder that's coming very soon, so I can clean up this knife afterwards. Now that this is laser etched, I'm not quite sure if that's going to take the finish off or not. I really hope it doesn't though. Alright, so it is a few days after you last saw me, and there's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes of the camera, so I definitely did sand this down a ton, but the knife is finally finished up after sanding down, putting on some walrus oil. So I haven't gotten around to buffing this knife yet because I have a brand new buffing wheel. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it, but I have a new bench grinder now. I'm going to be using that soon, and I have a sander now that I can make my own bevels on, so I can start creating my own knives the way that I want to, and I'm super stoked on that. But currently, I do have a few knife blanks that I will be finishing up very soon. I have one for my brother coming today. That one will be completed hopefully the end of this week. I'll show you guys that as well. So I'm buying these blanks from a bunch of different companies because I want to see the craftsmanship. I want to see how well the knife is, you know, what kind of material they use. Some of them don't specify. I want to see, you know, how well they are to maintain an edge, to create a nice sharp edge onto it. I do have to say the knife that I have right here is not very easy to sharpen up, nor does it really keep an edge. So this, whatever steel they used for this, not quite sure, but I do know one thing for sure after working on this for quite some time, is that it is laser etched Damascus. So it's not real Damascus steel. I've probably said this in the video quite a few times. So I do have a Spyderco sharpening stone right here, and this is a ceramic whetstone. It's a medium grip stone. So this is the finished product of the knife. From starting out with 2 blocks of wood to this, I'm really proud to say that this came out the way that I wanted it to. And as you guys could tell, as I was sanding this down, I did end up nicking this one spot right here, and that's also a dead giveaway that it's not real Damascus, because you can see the flat steel underneath of it, and then you can see how the rest of it is Damascus. And then I did sharpen up the edge. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I did sharpen it up pretty well. And I won't do a cut test for this because it still needs some work, but it's getting there. And the next knife blank that I have, besides this one, I'm going to be making a leather sheath for this very soon. Next knife blank is in here. That's a little teaser for you guys. I won't show you what it is quite yet. That's the bottom of it, just to show that there is a knife blank in here and it's not a finished piece, and it's made by Condor. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to see more videos like this of me building knives from scratch or just putting grips on it like this exact video, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm finding more things to do at home, a lot more things actually, so a new hobby, new passion that I've picked up now and still have much to learn really. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.